Admiral Zextar of the Hegemony fleet gazed through the crystalline viewport at the primitive blue world below. Earth, a backwater planet inhabited by creatures who had barely mastered interplanetary travel. The intelligence reports were laughable. Humans still used chemical propulsion, crude nuclear fission, and worst of all, they fought among themselves with kinetic weapons. Primitive savages, he muttered, his forearms adjusting the holographic display. The Hegemony had conquered 17 star systems in the past century, each more advanced than this pathetic rock. The Vorthak with their quantum computers fell in 3 days. The crystalline Selenians, masters of energy manipulation, surrendered after witnessing a single demonstration of Hegemony firepower. Humans would be even easier. Commander Velshan approached, her scaled hide shimmering with confidence. Admiral, the invasion fleet is in position. Shall we commence planetary bombardment? No, Zextar replied, mandibles clicking with amusement. We'll make an example of them first. Broadcast our standard surrender terms. Let them grovel. The transmission beam pierced Earth's atmosphere, reaching every communication device simultaneously. Zextar's image appeared on screens across the planet, a towering figure in biomechanical armor, backed by a fleet of ships that blotted out the stars. Primitive beings of Earth, his voice boomed through universal translators. I am Admiral Zextar of the Hegemony. Your world now belongs to us. Surrender unconditionally and we may allow some of you to serve as laborers in our mining colonies. You have 24 of your planetary rotations to comply. The response came faster than expected, not from Earth's governments, but from thousands of individual sources, videos, audio files, text messages, all saying variations of the same thing. No. Some were more colorful. A grizzled human in military fatigues spat at his camera and said, "Come down here and make us, bug boy." A group of children held up a handwritten sign reading, "Go away or we'll make you sorry." An elderly woman simply gave what humans called a middle finger, apparently a grave insult. Zextar was stunned. In 3 centuries of conquest, no species had ever refused surrender. Even the mighty Corvan Empire had negotiated terms. They don't understand their situation, Velshan suggested. Perhaps we should eliminate one of their cities as demonstration. Before Zextar could respond, his tactical officer's voice crackled with alarm. Admiral, we're detecting massive energy signatures across the planet. They're launching something. The view screen lit up with thousands of ascending objects. Missiles, rockets, and craft of every conceivable design rose from Earth's surface. But these weren't the crude chemical rockets from their intelligence reports. These burned with the fury of fusion torches, moving at velocities that defied their previous assessments. Impossible, Zextar breathed. Our scouts confirmed they only had primitive technology. Sir, the tactical officer's voice was now openly worried. They're not heading for us. They're dispersing throughout the system. Captain Sarah Chen gritted her teeth as her modified freighter's engines roared to life. Around her, the crew worked with desperate efficiency, loading the last of their special cargo into the torpedo tubes. Prometheus Base, this is Raven's Claw, she spoke into her comm. Package delivery in progress. Below them, Earth continued its seemingly hopeless defense. But Sarah knew something the Hegemony didn't. Humanity had spent decades preparing for this moment, not through military might, but through the one thing humans did better than any other species: adapt and innovate. The alien scouts had been right about Earth's technology in 2157, but they'd made their reports and left, never returning to update their intelligence. In the 5 years since first contact, humanity had undergone the fastest technological revolution in their history. The secret wasn't just human ingenuity, it was human psychology. While other species developed technology methodically, testing each advancement for decades, humans threw themselves recklessly into the unknown. They built dangerous prototypes, tested them on themselves, and iterated at breakneck speed. The aliens had fusion technology, so humans reverse-engineered it and improved it. The aliens had faster-than-light communication, so humans found 12 different ways to jam it. The aliens had energy shields, so humans invented weapons that ignored them entirely. But the real genius was in the delivery method. Raven's Claw. To all units, Sarah announced. Deployment successful. Packages are away. Across the solar system, hundreds of human craft released their cargo, not weapons, but something far more dangerous to the hegemony. Each package was a small manufacturing unit, equipped with quantum computers running adaptive AI and loaded with designs for thousands of human innovations. These units scattered to asteroids, moons, and deep space platforms. Within hours, they began building not ships or weapons, but more manufacturing units, then more and more. Admiral Zextar watched in growing horror as his fleet's sensors detected the exponential spread. What are they doing? The answer came as his ships began experiencing technical difficulties. Navigation systems started rerouting to random coordinates. Weapons systems powered down unexpectedly. Life support fluctuated wildly. "Sir," his communications officer reported in panic, "something has infiltrated our networks. It's learning our systems and turning them against us." The humans hadn't built a weapon, they'd built an infection. Adaptive AI that studied alien technology and found ways to subvert it. Unlike the rigid, standardized systems of the hegemony, human technology was chaotic, unpredictable, and above all creative. As Zextar's flagship lost power and began drifting, a new transmission reached his fleet. This time it was from Earth's real leader, not a politician or general, but a young woman in a laboratory coat. "Admiral Zextar," Dr. Lisa Park said, calmly. "This is Director Park of Earth Defense Research. You called us primitive, but you made one critical error. You assumed that because our technology looked inferior, our minds were inferior too." She gestured to a wall display showing the rapidly spreading manufacturing network. "Congratulations, Admiral. Your fleet has just become the first test subjects for humanity's gift to the galaxy. Absolute technological chaos. Your ships will work fine eventually. You'll just never be sure when or how or if they'll obey your orders." Zextar's mandibles clicked frantically as he realized the scope of the disaster. This wasn't conquest. It was contamination. Every ship that returned to hegemony space would carry the infection. Their entire empire would become unreliable, unpredictable. "You see," Dr. Park continued, "we humans have a saying, if it's stupid, but it works, it isn't stupid. You might call us primitive, Admiral, but we prefer the term creatively destructive." The transmission ended, leaving Zextar staring at his failing systems. Around him, his crew worked desperately to regain control, but it was too late. The humans had done something unprecedented in galactic history. They'd won a war not through superior firepower, but through superior chaos. As Earth's defensive fleet rose to escort the disabled hegemony ships to internment facilities, humanity's message spread across the galaxy. Underestimate human ingenuity at your own peril. The age of the hegemony was over. The age of beautiful, terrible human innovation had begun.